Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys the Ultimate Anime Vanguard Starter Guide. I'll be basically showing you how you can progress very quickly and basically everything you might need to know about the game. Just before we begin, I'd like to showcase the mailbox. This is something that you can sort of click here and there'll be rewards sent from the dev team. You can just press claim all and then delete red mail. The next thing I want to showcase is the codes. There are codes added into the game all the time, and they give gems, gold, trait rerolls, and other stuff as well. Basically, the codes do expire pretty quickly, so you do want to redeem them as fast as you can. The next thing is the Game Pass coupon. So this is basically just a code as a Game Pass. I'm going to do a giveaway of one of these at the start of every video, and basically what this is just a Game Pass that has been gifted. So if you buy a Game Pass and press gift on it, say we just buy this over here, gift that Game Pass, and then send it as a Game Pass code. So this is the Game Pass we're going to be giving away at the start of this video. But yeah, turn a Game Pass into a code and then redeem it here. It only is a one-time redeem though, so if someone redeems that code, it can't be redeemed again. The next thing I'll showcase is the AFK chamber. You can click over here and join the AFK chamber to earn some gems. Honestly, it's not the best way to earn gems, and I probably wouldn't suggest that unless you have no other option. It is pretty good, but it just isn't the best. How summoning works is pretty similar to other tower defense games. You have the middle unit that you have the highest chance of getting, and the other two which have a smaller chance of getting. You can start on getting shinies at level 10 and also secrets at level 10 as well. The only secret that is in the standard banner is Alucard, and he has a 0.004% chance of obtaining. The next thing I want to showcase is the winter banner. This is just an event banner that can show up, and they'll have their own currency. Right now it is presents. They'll work similar to the special banners, but they might have a Vanguard unit at the back, so a much higher rarity and one of the best units in the game. So just to begin, I would honestly suggest that you start off by summoning. So the gems that you'll get at the beginning and any codes you redeem, you just want to start off by summoning on one of these banners. There are three suggestions that I'll make if you're starting off: Saber, Ichigo, and Lancer. In my opinion, Lancer would probably be the best unit to start off with, as he is a really good unit, easy to evolve, and he's also an unbound unit, so you can pretty much farm the world lines. So start off by rerolling. Okay, that was very, very slow. What I'll do is I'll turn on the settings, skip summon. So this will just basically make it so whenever you summon, it goes this quickly. So once you use up all the gems that you've gotten from codes or whatnot, you might even just have like a 10 spin. You come over here to the units, and then you can claim all. So for every unit you unlock, you'll earn gems, and depending on the unit's rarity, you'll earn more gems. You can also head over to milestones and claim these. These will give you, so just for claiming the first 10 rare units, which obviously you'll get pretty early on, you can get 3,100 trait rolls, and honestly, if you get some epics as well, you'll gain more, and then a legendary. There is a pity at the top, and it doesn't reset, so unless you get a mythical, it won't reset. I'm going to show you now the units here and what you sort of want to keep. If you get a Takarada, you want to keep that unit even though he's a legendary. I would suggest keeping a Blossom. Sakura, she's going to help you heal your units for status effects. And a Sprint Wagon, I'd also lock him too. Starting off, I'd also lock a Killua or someone like that, just in case you get a bit unlucky. And maybe just keep Goku Black, which is one of the better legendaries. You might get a bit unlucky, but as long as you have like a good legendary like Goku Black, you don't really need to worry too much. So the fastest way to farm gems would be at the story mode. I would say honestly just keep farming a story as much as you can until you stop, because that is the priority at the beginning. The only thing you really want to start off by doing is completing your story. It is really, really important, because that's how you'll unlock all your other features, such as bounties, which give you trait rolls and gems, and all your challenges. So you genuinely need to finish your story as fast as you can. So yeah, I'd say the fastest way to farm gems is story. After that is infinite, world lines, and bounties. If you come over here to world lines, what this is similar to the Infinity Castle and Anime Adventures, but they have effects. So they have weather effects, and one of these weather effects, which is the worst one, is Infinite Tsukiyomi, which basically makes it so only unbound units can be placed, except for farms. That's the only sort of element you can use. Each unit has its own element, and the only element you can place in Tsukiyomi is unbound. Best, I think, starter unbound unit would be Lancer. So if you can get Lancer, I'd say start off with him. You can evolve units over here. Lancer has a pretty easy evolution, as you can just craft his evolution items, which is these. Prioritize getting Lancer as my first mythical if I were you. So as long as they have stars like that, you can fuse other mythicals into each other. Some of them you can't, so if they don't have stars on them while you hover over them, you can't sort of ascend them. What Ascension basically does is if you have a duplicate unit, feed that into another unit and get a slight buff. The next thing I'll show you is the crafting table, so you can actually craft a lucky potion, which is one of the Robux potions that you can get for free. You can craft other essence stones, which are used for evolution, and you can craft some units evolution items here. And then obviously here you have the evolution. So Sasuke requires these scales, snake scales, that you can get from, if you click on them, it will tell you how you can get them. So Sand Village Legend Stage Act 2, and then it requires these essence stones. The next thing I'll show you is trait rerolls and corruption. Corruption is something you can use to effectively re-roll a corruption on a familiar, so it kind of makes a familiar stronger. Trait rerolls, I wouldn't worry too much. A lot of players are scared to trait reroll because they're worried that they might get a monarch on the wrong unit. You can't really control that. I would generally just start off by re-rolling on any one of your units that you'd like, so any one of your strength units. I wouldn't put too many rerolls in legendaries. I'd focus on the mythicals. But yeah, I'd try and get a fortune on one of these units. So again, pretty quickly, we got fortune on Sprint Wagon. Again, fortune on Takarada, just like that. It's not bad. Again, I might do one on him, 10% damage. That's fine. But yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the trait rerolls because you can farm trait rerolls really, really easily. I would say the best way to get gold and the fastest way to get gold is the boss event. If you go to the boss event, if it's the Dark Tainted Tyrant Saber boss event, so if it's the Saber boss event, you come over here. One of these will give you 50,000 gold, so you can get 500,000 gold in just, I believe, it might take you like an hour or so just to get 500,000 as long as one of these are up. So every week you can get stuff from the shop. You can get 40 trait rerolls a week from these and all of these other items as well. So yeah, I would generally take advantage of these when they come along. You can do these in a group as well, so you can join Discords and look for teams. I'll leave my Discord in the description below, and I will make a channel for teams and like sort of carries, so we can help out regarding those. The fastest way to level up would be Raid by the Forest. So once you have this sort of map unlocked, the Act 1 gives you, I believe, about 500 plus every 7 minutes, and the final one gives you almost 1,000 XP every 7 minutes. You just come over here to the Raid shop. You can also buy items here, so you can buy 25 trait rerolls, and these are evolution items for Rengoku. You don't want to buy this. This is just to boost Rengoku's chances, but he's no longer obtainable. And then Steel Ball Run. You can also get 100 trait rerolls from doing this one, and then 25 Essence Stones and other items for units you can get. Again, this was for Dio. He's no longer obtainable, so I would not get any of those. This is a dungeon shop which is done to get to evolve Sung Jin Woo, which I'll get onto later on. That will give you another 100 trait rerolls. So honestly, my suggestion would be to start off by doing story, do some raids for levels when you're struggling, buy some evolution material for Lancer. Again, once you get Lancer, you can pretty much just complete the world lines. An alternate option for getting a Lancer would be the current battle pass that's out right now. Dante from Devil May Cry at level 25. He's really, really good, so I would suggest getting him if you can. I do have a guide on the fastest way to get trait rerolls. You can get over 100 a day once you claim everything. So once you complete the raids, dungeon trait rerolls, boss event trait rerolls, and then obviously the level milestone trait rerolls. So if you come over here, every time you reach a level milestone, you will get some trait rerolls. So once you complete all of those and you can't physically earn any more trait rerolls, I do have a guide that can AFK farm you trait rerolls over 100 a day. I'll also be showing you challenges now. The biggest suggestion I can have for you is it's like a requirement that you need to do. Complete all the story as soon as you can. And then start completing these challenges. So on the weekend, you get 2 times of everything in the challenges, except for your weekly challenges. You can get 20 trait rerolls and a bunch of stat chips and whatnot and evolution materials every week. But again, you need to unlock the stage. So this one is stage 3, act 3. Unless I've reached stage 3, act 3, I can't do this. Again, daily challenges works the same way. 3 trait rerolls on the weekend. This is 6 again, and then you'll get 6 stat chips, 2 rainbow essences. Basically, everything's double. Again, need to unlock this stage. Same thing here. You need to unlock all of these in order to do those. Again, same thing that works here. And then these would be 2 trait rerolls every 30 minutes. So every half an hour, you can complete all of these. The next thing I'd probably suggest you to do, and the one unit you need to get, and he's the #1 unit in the entire game, is Sung Jin Woo Vanguard. How you evolve Sung Jin Woo is first you get his mythic unit from the banner, then you evolve him, proceeding with his Vanguard quest in the dungeon. So you do these ant raid dungeons. As long as you have some good solo leveling units, you can complete these fairly easily. I would suggest maybe looking into teams and getting some help, but again, it's the main way to do this. You have a 1.5% chance at getting one of these red keys, which starts up the quest line. So you have to defeat 50 Ant Kings, sacrifice an Egress, do 5,000 summons with Sung Jin Woo, and then sacrifice 30 mythical units to unlock the Vanguard Sung Jin Woo. It sounds like a lot of hard work, but he is by far the best unit in the game, and he allows you to basically macro everything in the entire game. As long as you have good trait on him and some other decent units, he is by far the best unit in the game to go for. The two traits I suggest that you get on him are either Deadeye or Monarch. You can also look into keeping Ethereal, but personally I feel like Deadeye is a much better trait on him. The next thing I want to talk about is Rifts. As you can see here, it shows that a Rift will spawn in an hour and 12 minutes. Rifts spawn every 3 hours, and there are some tasks that you need to do. They spawn over here, and they're pretty hard to complete, so I wouldn't suggest doing those alone unless you have some really good units. They have a 2% chance of dropping Yuha Baha, and then over here if you come down, they have a Rift drop as well. So they drop a Rift Shard currency, and you can use these to get some trait reels, some familiars, basically anything else that you're looking for. Yuha Baha is a really good unit in the game, but honestly, I would not prioritize him early on. I would probably prioritize getting Sung Jin Woo Vanguard, and pretty much after that, you're pretty much good to go to farm whatever you want after. The last thing I'm going to show you guys is Events. Events is a seasonal thing which got introduced in Update 3. It's basically a portal system where you can get seasonal currencies, gifts, and a secret portal. The secret portal gives you a guaranteed chance at getting Ragnar. Good luck, you might get Gogeta through the current winter banner, so good luck with that. Anyway, I hope you guys found this video entertaining and helpful. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps out the channel a lot. And join our Discord. We have a bunch of giveaways, and we have a Discord channel there for help if you need it.